composing talent at the 6th Annual Young Composers Workshop, and to Auckland for a play that looks at early New Zealand in a less than conventional light. Squatter by New Zealand playwright Stuart Hoar is currently playing at the Mercury Theatre in Auckland. It was hailed as the best play to come out of last year's Playwrights Workshop, notably for its wit, style and literacy. Although he's well known to radio drama audiences, Stuart Hoar's Squatter is his first play for the theatre. It's a challenging work for both actors and audience, full of eccentric behaviour, violence, hard drinking and strong language, as well as some very dark humour. Hoar paints a rather different portrait of colonial New Zealand from the one we're used to, with the added implication that the 1890s in this country were not too unlike the 1980s. Kathy Finlay followed the early rehearsals through to some fiery performances.
Set in the Canterbury Plains in the 1890s, around the Liberal land reform, it's about a socialist uprising on the Canterbury Plains, a bungled revolution, anarchy in the 1890s. You have the sort of feudalistic state of land ownership governed by the squatters, as they were known, and the workers on the estate struggling, endeavouring to get their share of it. Now that is couched within an extremely eccentric bunch of people.
On, boy, on. As I was saying, a modern gyre of Vegas. The wanderers, gollyheads, all called so. Careful, concentrate, boy. So like Abelard, sweet-tongued, foul-nested Abelard who left home. For what? The Paraclete's oratory, that's what. Home newly minted was a wattle hut. What's the matter? Buggered. The word was consecrated. Gyro Vegas. Know that, did you? Put me down, then. Benedict gave it to the monks, the wanderers of hospitality. A few days here, a few there, then on again. What's the matter? I thought so. Drunk as a fish, no head for heights. As I was saying, wanderers who stretched the patience of charity to a hammock and slept. What thought? None. They thought of their stomachs, amused the butting senses. A few days, then on again. Sounds all right.
Be quiet.
Why? The shots. Distemper. Contemplate water. No water.
Be quiet.
Get me some water.
Don't wander off.
I'd die in the heat, consumed by flies and stoats. I'm all right here. I'm all right. I'm Quincy Bracken, a photographer in the play, who's escaped from some kind of event on the West Coast with Olive, his offsider, and student or apprentice. My character in the play is quite a strange character. He presents a series of rather extraordinary philosophical ideas and legends and information. He's quite difficult to sort through. I find him a bit confusing at times.
I'm Olive. I get exactly what I want. I'm very religious. This play takes a lot of work.
I have nothing. Nothing.
Stand up.
Oh, I can't.
Stand up, I say. What's all this?
Things complicated to render likenesses. The sight is frozen.
What? Arson.
What? Is he?
Say so.
Arson?
The truth.
The truth? Oh, that.
What have you burned today?
What?
My Jenny got burned, people like you. She screamed and screamed, so I shot her.
But
The whole stable.
My mare Jenny.
The whole bloody stable. Some bastard. Where did you come from?
West.
Sort of.
Liar.
Can't see you crossing mountains.
It's summer.
You know, everything burns.
Last chance.
We only arrived today. No fires, no trouble. All news to me.
Wait.
My companion, getting water.
Liar.
Maybe not.
Why?
He couldn't carry all this.
There.
Stand up.
What's your name?
Olive.
Playwright Stuart Hoar watches Squatter taking shape during the weeks of intensive rehearsal. Despite its colonial setting, he considers the play an unhistorical parable.
I've changed facts if they get in the way of a good dramatical scene. If you want humour, I've used anachronisms all the way through simply because I would feel restricted trying to write a play, a period piece. It's a parable in the sense that I think all plays are parables. You don't lead the audience by the nose. You have a play that expresses certain ideas and the audience make of it what they will.
Just a family, of course.
Whiskey?
Yes, and one for William.
Okay. Good. That's good.
Well, I'm not a naturalistic writer. I think naturalism, to an extent, has been taken over by film and television, and almost in live theatre it could almost be considered counterproductive. I think writers now have to look at almost traditional techniques for stage. That you could look at Chinese theatre, going back to Greek theatre, medieval morality plays, Elizabethan, Jacobean theatre. It's one of the reasons I'm so influenced by Brecht, is that he's so strongly non-naturalistic. He represents, I think, the only viable alternative in the 20th century to the whole Stanislavski school of acting, directing, and so on. And it's a very traditional way of looking at theatre, which appeals to me.
When we had our read-through, the act that we all arrived and everybody expressed mainly considerable confusion at the script, and as well as delight. And Stuart, everyone turned to Stuart and said, well, how are we going to do this, Stuart? What do you think? And he said, well, I think this play needs to be played as sub-Chekhovian commedia dell'arte, which is, everybody's roared with laughter. To have something described as sub-Chekhovian commedia dell'arte is a cross-reference of every possible acting style that you could encompass. So that sort of gives an idea of the range of areas in which he's moved as a playwright. Okay, right, we'll take it from Bill Strode from your sit.
Better. So, this is how we live. We eat well, that's about all. If you don't like it, Snape will take you back first thing tomorrow.
I'll stay,
Things may not improve for a while.
but you expect to stay here?
This is my land. Snape! What? In here, bugger. What? She's staying. Take all the luggage to her room.
So, they burned Forrester's wheat store. Be the house next, all that's left to set fire to. Amy! May I call you Amy? Yes. If you smell smoke, you may well be dead.
It's unlikely. I put men on watch. But who can I trust?
The characters in Squatter are all larger than life. They're not absolutes. I wouldn't describe them as absolute realistic people. They're there to suit the ideas behind the play. They're caricatures to that extent.
In order for Squatter to succeed best, it needs to be played as high comedy, as almost farce, really. Very fast, uncomfortably fast for the actors, and relying heavily on the dialogue to actually further what's going on, rather than playing a lot of subtext.
This is your problem, nothing to do with me. It's even like, not a word you. I told you to get out of it. It's like you're a man with a mission now, so don't piss around, you know, it's like you just got to shut up, will you? You bugger off. Okay, set up the stall, you know, just take control of the whole thing.
Okay, let's do it then.
Get moving.
Walk. Not for much longer. You make this is a serious mistake.
Get up.
She despised you. All of you. You've got it all wrong.
Hey, may I kick the stool, please, may I?
I didn't calculate this. Something's gone wrong. There's a missing factor. If I had time, I could see it. You're making a ghastly mistake. Now. I'll do it. I'll do it.
No.
I'm not big. But I would like another chance. More time. We're all... Oh, hell.
That's funny.
Words fail me.
Stuart's presence at rehearsals provides the opportunity to fine-tune the script.
Hold on. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
You're the racer?
But yeah, Bill Strade's saying I'm in control here.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying by pushing the gun up.
Yeah. Are you just going to push it up, or are you actually going to...
I'm just pushing it up. Pushing it. I'm not pulling it away from it. I'm not taking it.
Well, how about that? Does that suit you? It's fascinating to see strangers come along and embody the lines you've written. And I'm learning a great deal too about just how much actors can do and can be expected to do in terms of the techniques that I'm interested, sort of presenting a character, then dropping out a character, or almost holding a character towards the audience, sort of between thumb and forefinger.
Listen to me. I'm going to make a stirring speech. My name, for the purposes of this exercise, is Elizabeth McGravity. I'm a nobody. I'm a cook.
Having a character address the audience directly is a distinct stylistic feature of this play.
I was all right, Jack. Within my limits, I got what I wanted. I got what I imagined I deserved, which made me happy, which shows just how limited I was. But I met someone who showed me a whole new world of unhappiness. I became aware. I met this man. He is my lover.
He is my lover. He is a very rare man. He is a man who knows the truth. Is he silent? No. His tongue will tell you such tales, inflame you with a clear, concise hatred of injustice, that you are beggared by his cruel words, and you agree to help. You agree to change your life for the sake of the poor. Nuzzled by his wet, unflattering tongue, you wake up to see a new land, a new start at hand. Cry. What shall we cry? Reform or die? Is on the lips of the liberal lords, the painters, the journalists, the poets, the workers. And yet the land goes to the farmers and the worker goes to hell!
You need to make that. I'm going to make a stirring speech. Yes. And I don't mind that you start here. I mean, it's lovely, that the speech, but we need to see that definite separation of boom, boom, I walk out.
Yeah.
I walk out.
Yeah.
And at the end, we can afford to hang on it more.
What do you mean? Oh, at the very end?
Yeah, at the very
Before
end.
I go back
Before
in.
you go back in.
Right.
And the worker goes to hell. A silence. A silence. And observe that.
Oh, yes, I see.
And then it's like, turn and take it. Go.
Nuzzled by his wet, unflattering tongue, you wake up to see a new land, a new start at hand. Cry! What shall we cry? Reform or die is on the lips of the liberal lords, the painters, the journalists, the workers, the poets, and yet the land goes to the farmers, and the worker goes to hell!
The play is a dark comedy rather than a black comedy. My intention was to have people laughing and then try and make something happen that really they should feel uncomfortable at laughing at.
She's dead, all right. What's that about the police?
Yes, the next to know, I suppose. Snake, you better go and get...
Snake, stay where you are. We need a rope.
Oh, a
stretcher would be kind.
It's not for her. We need a rope and some shovels.
What for exactly?
Snape, go and get a rope.
There's one away, saddle.
We can't. The police. My grandfather told me about whalers. Nasty, brutish, and short, but fair in vindictiveness. He hung a murderer. It was an example. Society wasn't there at the time. Personal lesson.
Yes, I heard that too. God knows if it's true.
He showed me the grave. It was a family matter. They don't care about Tukla, but we do. Feelings before abstractions. She was my cook.
That's no reason to hang Tukla.
Yes, it is.
But this is 1894. Things have changed. Wade, go and get some men and a stretcher.
I'll hang it. There are a lot of good reasons. It's what you might call an appropriate response.
But it wasn't me!
The sooner the better. Could shoot him.
No, hanging is best. They live a little while. He should have time to think while he's dying, to be conspicuously regretful in terms of actions and consequences.
All right.
Assert yourself, William.
I can't allow this.
Look, he can jump off this.
That brass strong enough. Hook it over.
You must do something to stop them, William.
Ah!
Well then, disentangle yourself.
This is your problem. Nothing to do with me.
Not a word, you. I told you to go away.
How can you be sure it was Tukla?
We can see his knife, her blood.
If I could explain. I cut her throat. Tracheotomy. So she could breathe. In the almanac, there was an article. You drown in your own blood. She was choking. Oh, I'm no expert.
The sooner the better.
Snape?
All set. Should hold okay?
Nothing to do with me. I wasn't here.
All right. No one must know.
Bracken,
Oh, my God, Bracken.
pay them off.
Come on.
And you, Florence?
No, I want to watch.
Why?
Well, she was my only friend. Oh, well, no, she wasn't really, but I knew her, and now she's dead.
This play is a lot of fun to do, and I think it's a lot of fun to watch. It's mad, very theatrical, uses the entire theatre as a theatre piece and makes no pretense for that.
Is it true their feet stay warm after they die?
No idea. Okay, let's do it then.
Get him.
I can walk. Not for much longer.
This is a serious mistake.
Get up.
She despised you. All of you. You've got it all wrong.
May I kick the stool, please? May I?
I didn't calculate this. Something's gone wrong. There's a missing factor. If I had time, I'm sure I could see it. You're making a ghastly mistake.
Now. I'll do it.
No.
I'm not big. But I would like another chance, more time. We're all... Oh, hell. Words fail me. Something I've long suspected but couldn't bear to face.
Get him down.
Squatter will be playing at the Mercury in Auckland until the 20th of June. After the break,